Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush, come on! So what you wanna do? Get another kilo. You wanna sweat it, but you ain't got no flow. I'm on your TV, kicking up your radio. I'm on your video, mashing up your disco. You know when I come down, I come rough. I need no permission cause I'm in the right position now. You know when I come down, I come rough. So feel the vibe of the adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush. You know you can't get enough of the adrenaline rush.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to another episode of AAW TV. I am your host and AAW President, James Grace, and as always, I am joined by my co-host with the co-host, Mr. Ben Mitchell.
And it is your pleasure for me to be here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all well and enjoying AAW TV as we bring down the man, perhaps the biggest attitude of all time. It's Seth Kincaid.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this guy ever since we debuted AAW TV right here on YouTube. He has been running his mouth. He has been trying to find ways to manipulate his way to the top. But he has also picked up a couple of impressive victories along the way, Mr. Mitchell.
Yeah, you can't take that away from him. The guy's been working real hard and his attitude has been just as big. But he's up against tonight, whose attitude has also been seen to the forefront.
Yeah, this is absolutely right, and this is without a doubt Seth Kincaid's biggest challenge yet, because he takes on former AAW World Champion, the main attraction, Chris Target. What an intriguing matchup we've got.
Huge matchup here between these two, and I've got no idea which way this is going to go, but it's not the only big matchup we have tonight. We have two huge matches to follow here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We also have, well, we've got two, not big matches, we've got two championship matches. Because the AAW Women's Championship is on the line tonight. We see the underdog, real underdog in this situation, champion Alexis Lee. She challenges against the monstrous, devastating Roxy Ryot.
And it's not often that we say the champion is the underdog, but if you just look at Alexis Lee and Roxy Ryot and how Roxy has taken it to Alexis in previous encounters, you can't help but feel that Roxy is in control. But heck, our other championship match tonight is also full of monsters.
It is absolutely jam-packed full of monsters, because in our main event, our AAW World Heavyweight Champion, Wayne The Maniac Mattei, defends against a man under the employ of Mark Midas. It's Big Papa Pump. Scott Steiner makes his AAW TV right here tonight in our main event.
And what a huge night that's going to be. But right now, let's focus our attention to Chris Target and Seth Kincaid, who are ready and raring to go at one another. Whoa! Going for the super kick straight away, looking to end up both these. A man ready to go, and the super kick connects!
Oh, we talked about the instinct of Seth Kincaid being second to none. He got kicks right in the jaw and makes a run for it out of the ring, but it may not save him. Suicide dive into the guardrail.
And Chris Target firmly in control. Look at him go. He's on a path tonight of punishment by the looks of it.
Yeah, look, we talked about the frustration that Chris Target has been suffering in the past few weeks. Not sure where he lies with the Shark and the Australian Dynasty. Suffering several losses since his loss of the World Championship at Anniversary to Jay Lincoln and Killer. Christ! Big drop kick into the guardrail. So now we've got a situation where we have two men absolutely hell-bent, as you can see so far, on proving themselves, not just to the AEW audience. In fact, I don't think either really care at this point. They want to prove themselves to AEW management that they are future championship contenders.
They are indeed. And Seth Kincaid looking to end it now after Chris Target's head reverberated, just crouched off that steel guardrail. Kincaid now firmly in control after Target had the early upper hand, as Kincaid looking to choke the life out of Chris Target. The referee thankfully interfering, but here we go again. Kincaid just taking it to Target.
You know, those ropes, they're more dangerous than they look as well. There's a lot of torque on those ropes, a lot of tension in them, and if they get you right on the throat, it's going to cut your airways off almost instantly. Ooh, and so will that big DDT, rattling the brain of Chris Target. Surely not being able to get the 3 there, but Target is in trouble early in this match with such high stakes on the line. Come on, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who are we picking here? Who's the winner? Oh, small package, you may get it here.
Chris no, you know what? It's hard to bet against my man Chris Target, but right now I've got to go Seth Kincaid.
Massive knee to the head. I think I may have done you a favour there by asking at the wrong time. Target just able to kick out. Kincaid, he's got to look at disbelief, but if he stays on top of it, you may be right. We're looking at a guy that's going to build himself a new and dangerous reputation here.
Well, it's tough. It's a difficult sort of decision to judge. Seth Kincaid coming off a few big victories. The guy's got a serious attitude, and you know his head might get a bit too big. On the flip side, you've got Chris Target, who's coming off a few frustrating matches, a few wins, mostly losses, and the frustration might just get the better of him.
Well, let's talk about the history here a little bit while we've got a chance. Chris Target, for as long as I've known him, ever since really graduating from the AAW Academy, I cannot remember a time where he did not have a championship around his waist. He is known as a champion of some sort here in AAW by the AAW audience. So if Seth Kincaid can get a victory over him, it absolutely will put him in a championship picture. But Chris Target, he's a wily veteran. He'll do anything it takes to get the victory, so this is why this matchup is really intriguing. And don't forget, Kincaid assaulted Chris Target after his match with Alex Lee on the debut episode of AAW TV. And since that time, these two have gone back and forth outside of the ring. So there's a lot of bad blood in this match right now.
It is indeed. This feud's been going on for months now. As Kincaid ends up on the floor, Target could be going for that patented elbow drop, perhaps.
Oh, frog splash instead, all the way to Chris Target, coming down on Seth Kincaid. If he can make a cover here, which it doesn't look like he can, he looks injured, but if he could just fight his way over there, then he may have a victory.
Looks like that may have taken out more out of Target than it did Kincaid. Target struggling on the ground there, looking for perhaps getting a bit of a breather, trying to get himself ready to go as the referee starts his count and starts to Target taking himself outside, using the rings to help himself get up. Classic main attraction, Chris Target.
Yeah, he's always got that showboating in the back of his mind, and it hasn't worked. It hasn't been to his detriment at all throughout his career. So why not? If he can pull out moves like that beautiful Insuguri, then why the hell not? Go for it, Target.
He drops Kincaid with that drop kick now, trying to psych himself up. Crowd getting behind him as well, but I'm not sure Target really cares about that.
Well, yeah, looking for a little bit of getting the fans behind him, but you're absolutely right. At this point in his career, I think Target is way more focused on getting the victory than he is pleasing
Oh my
fans.
God!
That is not going to please Seth Kincaid, because he just got Death Valley driven into the turnbuckle. Unbelievable torque, a horrible position to land for Seth Kincaid. His only saving grace, no pun intended, is that he is in the ropes. And you can't get a victory there, but if Target can follow up, then we've got our winner right there.
Well, Target taking a lot of time to recover again.
Ooh.
Just enough time for Kincaid to get that knee up here.
Hang on a
Oh
second.
no, that's not where you want to be. Caught up in the ropes there. Oh God, I can feel my adductors stretching already.
Your what does?
Adductors, Grace. Learn your human anatomy.
Well, we may learn a little bit about anatomy here, because it looks like Seth Kincaid going to the top rope with Target nowhere to go. Christ, this looks dangerous.
What is he doing? Oh my God! Is he dead? Target has not moved. Well, there he's finally moved.
Checking, yeah, no checking. That wasn't moving, that was falling. He just got spiked on the top of his head. The referee checking on Chris Target. This may be a stoppage. Otherwise, Seth Kincaid has undoubtedly got the victory here. If the referee allows him in for a pin, or if he calls for a stoppage, then that'll be it.
Well, I mean, we've got to be concerned about Chris Target's neck here as well.
He's glassy-eyed. You can see that camera angle took us right into the ring there. The referee obviously asking Target if he wants to stop it. Target refusing, but it might not be the right call. Seth Kincaid looking to take advantage.
Oh my god, this is don't even kick out target. 1, 2, 3, that's it. That's the end right there. Seth Kincaid with a huge victory over Chris Target, but at what cost?
Well, I mean, we've talked for weeks now about the tenacity of Seth Kincaid, about his absolutely unrelenting desire to become a contender to the championship. He now must be towards the top of the pile to contend and to challenge for whoever is victorious tonight in our main event against Scott Steiner and Wayne The Maniac Mattei. What are you making of Seth Kincaid?
Oh, well, absolutely. Has jumped, if not near the top, at the very top of the contenders list there, as he takes a microphone from Josh Blackbear, who's thankfully wearing a jacket again.
And I mean, on our flip side here, you've got to think about what this means for Chris Target.
Well.
Take you on.
Isn't it funny how I promised in that promo that if Chris Target continued to disrespect me like he did in the last week, that I would break his neck.
You can't fuck shit.
Oh really, mate? Really? I can't fight. I can't fight. Do you understand what I did to Chris Target? No, absolutely I don't. Do you want to know why? I don't want to fight this keyboard warrior loser who stands in the barricade. You stay exactly where you are. You want to know why I wouldn't touch any one of you with a 10-foot pole, even the smart marks who think they're so intelligent because they cheer for me? It's because you all disgust me.
Well, Kincaid showing his disdain for the audience here.
Here's what you have to say. You see, when I have the microphone in my hand, that means that you all need to be quiet. And a small contingent of you seem to oblige. A much larger contingent of you seem to think that it's acceptable to be as disrespectful as Chris Target and believe me, if I can get over this barricade. You deserve it.
Well, it looks like he is enticing a fight with literally anybody now.
A real wrestler is I'm smart. I'm not going to assault a minor because I'm not an idiot. You are an idiot. What I do every single damn day, which is be the greatest professional wrestler in all action wrestling.
Well, there we go. Statement made by Seth Kincaid.
And you can cheer, and you can do everything you want to, but at the end of the day, I'm still always going to be the greatest professional wrestler you have ever seen in your life.
Well, we got to move on, guys. We've got a championship match on the way, so we need to move on from that absolutely spitting venom from Seth Kincaid, because our champion Alexis Lee has got her biggest challenge to date.
Indeed, she does. Finally, the monstrous Roxy Ryot gets her opportunity for championship glory. We've seen her. She's been present in Alexis Lee's first match for the Women's Championship. She made herself known at the end of that match.
She was more than present, Mitchell.
She absolutely dominated Alexis Lee, and Alexis Lee defended her championship again against Savannah Summers, and again at the end of it, Roxy Ryot came out and took it to Alexis Lee, and finally, third time's the charm, she has her opportunity for championship glory as she's escorted to the ring here by Cody Wilson, who himself has found a bit of an attitude lately.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, look, the fact of the matter is that Roxy Ryot wasn't even on the AAW roster. She was not part of the AAW Women's Division. Cody Wilson is the one that has scouted out Roxy Ryot, and he's the one that opened the door for her to make those attacks in those previous two matches. So now, after really threatening AAW management, she's like you said, shown her dominance when she's been given opportunities to do so, and now she's been given a championship match. So, I mean, Alexis Lee, as much fight as we've seen her put up, as much heart and determination as she's shown in those matches with Katie Forbes and with Savannah Summers, I just don't know how she stands a chance against an opponent the likes of Roxy Ryot.
It's going to take something special, but she seems pretty switched on here. Alexis Lee getting herself straight into the ring, psyching herself up.
You can see the war paint is on, she's ready to go, she's ready for a fight, but it may just be the beatdown of her life.
I bet it's absolutely going to take something special. She'll have to bring everything she has to take it to Roxy Ryot. But look, take nothing away from Alexis Lee. I'm sure she's done her homework, I'm sure she's got a plan to take out the monster Roxy Ryot.
Well, I mean, you can plan all you like. At the end of the day, when you're up against a larger opponent, I know from my history in the ring, if you take on a bigger competitor, well then obviously you want to go for knees, you want to use your quickness and speed, you want to try and get out of the way as much as possible. In terms of the champion, she's got her championship advantage, so she has to be beaten by pinfall or submission. And in my opinion, the only way that she survives this is if she can absorb enough punishment to make it last too long. She has to wear out the challenger here.
That's it. I'm sure Alexis Lee's endurance will come out on top, but also Alexis Lee's fighting spirit. She will not accept a count-out victory. She's not going to take this lightly. She's not going to look for the easy escape. She will look for a victory.
Well, she will, but she may not have an option, because at the end of the day, like I said, you can plan all you like, but when you're talking about a woman with the stature of Roxy Ryot...
And here we go!
Gee, well, yeah, Alexis Lee looking to take the fight to her early, but like we just said, Roxy Ryot, she has the ability to swat her opponents away like flies.
And we've seen that now already, and Alexis Lee, not too sure, trying to Irish whip Roxy across the ring is going to do you any good.
No, we can try, but you won't succeed again. Like we said, in my opinion, the only way that Alexis Lee walks away with the championship here is by surviving. Roxy Ryot, the only way she can win this match, and this is pivotal, she has to beat her by pinfall or submission. No other way will get her the championship here, Mitchell, so Riot, she wants to end this early, and Lee, she needs to survive.
She does, and Lee, she's doing more than survive right now, as Roxy Ryot sort of took herself out of the ring, but now she's in control, and there goes what I was saying.
If I am a champion, I do not want to be here. I don't want to be in the position that Alexis Lee is in right now. Not only am I facing my biggest challenge yet, I'm in an environment where literally everything hurts. There is no way to get away from danger here. And you've also got, let's not forget what type of role Cody Wilson will play in this match. The dastardly manager that brought Roxy Ryot to this company. I'm sure he'll play a part at some point.
Indeed, I'm sure he will, even if he doesn't physically get involved. Just the words and the vitriol that he spews out will get into the head of Alexis Lee as... No, oh my god, see when she slid across the ring and collided with the steps there.
That is the power that Roxy Ryot provides. She can literally throw her opponent across an entire arena. Telling our cameraman to get the hell out of her way as well, and he would do smart to oblige.
Absolutely, he would. And as action gets back into the ring, Alexis Lee trying to take control. She knows she's got to find these little gaps to get.
Yeah, that's it. Be smart.
That's it.
Yeah, try and pick your opportunities. Get between the ropes. Not enough. It's a 1 count, and that will play to the detriment of Alexis Lee. That gets in the mind of a champion. If you can't even get a 2 count, kicking out at 1, it's a big statement by Roxy Ryot, even on her back.
Well, we know that Alexis Lee likes to finish matches with the old double knees and the spear.
I just don't know that a spear will work. You spear Roxy Ryot, who's to say she's going to go down?
Yeah, I'm with you there. I just think Alexis Lee's going to have something special planned to finish this match.
Yeah, well, we know she also has an ability to lock in some really effective submissions. We haven't seen it yet in her AAW contest, but we've followed this woman all through her career throughout Singapore and Malaysia and Macau and all over the world. She can lock in a submission, so if it's going to happen, that I think is the only way that she can maybe finish her off. Riot, she's just all over. I just can't see. She's built like the Berlin Wall, and if there's a spear or a running knees go into it, I think we're just going to bounce straight off it.
That's it, as we see
and
here.
there's that spine buster we've seen so many times, Mitchell. That could be the end. Following up. No, 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 no.
Oh my god!
Senton City, it may be over 2.
You champ? No!
See, if Riot puts her whole weight over those shoulders, that may have been a mistake there by the challenger. She's feeling confident now. She's toying with her prey.
It's not pretty, but Riot firmly in control here.
You can see choking away again. The weight goes onto the ribs and the sternum of Alexis Lee.
Well, Alexis now, I'm not sure what more she can do here. She's absorbed so much punishment. And we mentioned earlier about trying to absorb the punishment and then your endurance will win out, but Roxy's just not stopping.
No! I mean, you can see there's bad blood here. This has gone on for so long. From Alexis Lee's standpoint, she's had 2 crowning moments ruined by Roxy Ryot. Her inauguration as the AAW Women's Champion when she defeated Katie Forbes crashed. The party was destroyed. Roxy Ryot squashing both competitors. And like you said, the same again after Alexis Lee defeated Savannah Summers right here on AAW TV in the first ever women's main event in Australian wrestling. Riot, she has been a party crasher, and she may just be the one to bring this championship party of Alexis Lee's to an end.
Oh,
no!
Well, Alexis Lee managed to move out the way. This might be her last opportunity.
She's going to have to move quick.
Oh, trying to take her down. I mean, she's not down on her feet. I mean, down on the canvas, but...
Trying again. Keep going, Lee. Keep going. Chop down that big redwood.
This is it. Oh, no! The dastardly Cody Wilson getting involved. What? The referee distracted. That took enough time. Riot managed to get out of the way. Oh, gosh, this might be it.
Surely we do not want Cody Wilson to be the reason that this match ends. Roxy Ryot surely would not be proud of that victory.
Well, we talked about the importance of Cody Wilson earlier. We knew he'd get involved some way, shape or form, and he's done it there. Just taken away Alexis' last opportunity. Oh, was it? This could be at the sleeper hole.
And there we go. I alluded to it earlier. She can lock in these submissions with such precision. The only way you're going to get this monstrous woman down is with a move like this. Can Alexis Lee choke the life out of the challenger?
And she's down to one knee. She's halfway there. If she gets her down all the way, she'll have all the pressure around the neck. But Riot's backing up to the turnbuckle.
God, straight into the back. Oh my God, and the elbows as well. Jeez, the viciousness of the challenger. You can see how much both women want this championship. You can see how much it means to be called the AAW Women's Champion.
This has got to be it. How is Alexis kicking out?
Here come those vicious paintbrushes. We've seen them from the attacks that we've had in previous weeks.
Well, we know how much this championship means to Alexis, but you've got to start thinking about your well-being now as well. This is...
The referee may need to stop this. She's defenseless.
It's Roxy Ryot, just unrelenting.
She absolutely... Oh my God. Are we stopping? Is that a stoppage? What's happening? She's calling it. The referee calling Riot back. I think we've got a stoppage here.
Yeah, but the championship change hands on a stoppage?
Well, my understanding, Mitchell, is that the championship can only change hands when there is a pinfall or submission. Roxy Ryot, it seems like she's been awarded the match here, but my understanding of the rules is that she would not be awarded the championship.
Mike Mida seems to disagree with you here.
Well, I mean, she's holding up the championship belt, but surely you need a definitive winner. If you are a challenger, you need to win by pinfall or submission. My understanding was that stoppage didn't count. Alexis Lee hasn't moved. Past the story of the championship, Alexis Lee has not moved. We have to worry about her well-being at this point.
She is still out cold. Here's Josh Black. Sans jacket.
There you go, the championship taken away. Yeah, look, I mean, it's a controversial call. Really, Roxy Ryot awarded the match, but I don't believe that she can be awarded the championship on a stoppage. It looks like we're not really going to get this settled. I mean, it seems no matter what happens here, we're going to have another contest for sure between these two women, correct?
Well, there's some obvious confusion here. Alexis Lee, I think she's been moved to the edge of the ring perhaps. Roxy Ryot's going to be looking for retribution one way or another because Josh Black is taking off with that title. I don't even know what's going on here, but again, this isn't the only championship match we've got tonight.
You're absolutely right. Hopefully we get a more definitive winner in the match that is about to come up. It is our main event right here on AAW TV. We have got our All Action Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, Wayne The Maniac Mattei, and he is defending against none other, would you believe it, Mr. Mitchell? It's Big Papa Pump, It's Scott Steiner.
That's it. Mike Midas has paid for Steiner to come down to take the championship away from Maniac, away from the Bullet Clique.
I mean, not for nothing, let's just interrupt here. I'm pretty sick and tired of having Mike Midas and Josh Black really stick their nose in the finishes of these matches. We want to see clean finishes in championship bouts. We don't want to see things held up and undecided. I really hope we can see a clean finish here between Scott Steiner and Wayne The Maniac Mattei. Both men unbelievable. They're beasts. They're absolute freaks of nature. We are going to see one hell of a war, and I want to see a winner.
Well, let's hope we do. And here we see James Grace himself make his way to the ring. We saw on last week's episode of AAW TV, Mark Midas made James Grace a special guest referee for this match, and what I'm sure means that things will go Midas' way.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure. I am a man of my own convictions. I can follow my own rules and my own words. And so, like I said, I want to see a winner. At the end of the day, we're talking about two of the top competitors, not just in Australia, but in the world. This is a main event like no other. You are not going to see this caliber of athletes anywhere else on a television program or on a webcast here on YouTube. So we're so proud to be able to bring you this match, and I think we're in for one hell of a war.
Well, we certainly are as we hear the familiar sirens. And it looks like Scott Steiner will be making his way to the ring. There he is, the chainmail and all. Scott Steiner, big papa bump. Look at the size of those guns. The guy is a freak.
Freakzilla indeed. Holler if you hear him. He definitely is your hook-off, and we're going to see if he is going to be called your new AAW World Champion.
And we can see there on the outside, Mike Midas has come in. Scott Steiner shaking the hand of James Grace, who seems to be offering some assurances. Mike Midas is having his say as well. The man, I mean, what's wrong with Mark Midas that he's willing to spend what I imagine is exorbitant amounts of money to bring Scott Steiner down here purely to get the title on Mania?
Well, look, the guy hasn't been in management position for that long, and in any organization, not just in wrestling or in sports in general, when you see a new manager take control, you want to see them make their mark, and that's what Mark Midas obviously had in mind. He made it his goal, whether it was correct or not, to come into AAW and see the old guard, the old AAW, how he considered the cornerstones, Wayne The Maniac Mattei, the Shark, and Craven. He wanted to see them gone. He wanted to reshape and remold AEW in his own image, with guys like Seth Kincaid, with guys like Killer and Marco Garcia of the Kingdom. But saying it and putting plans in place is one thing. When you've got a champion like Wayne The Maniac Mattei standing across from you, it's another matter, and here we go!
And we're straight into things. Get out of the way, Josh Black, and find a jacket while you're at it. The Maniac is taking on Scott Steiner, and he's got the upper hand to begin.
Unbelievable. The action already spilling outside of the ring. I'm not even sure if we've had a bell. This is going to be, like I said, as promised, a war. The guardrail's already collapsing here under the weight of these two men. This arena may not be enough to even contain these two.
Well, of course, we've already seen Scott Steiner here at All Action Wrestling TV when he came out to interrupt the match with Bullet Clique's own Spaceman Jones up against the Shark.
The shots. Look at these shots. Where they're going then.
Well, Maniac's definitely out for retribution here. He's not going to let Scott Steiner have his way as he... Oh,
nice, so look.
Literally tossing chairs at one another.
Oh, right into the cream of Wayne The Maniac Mattei. Obviously, we're going to have anything goes here. We want to see a winner. Whoa, straight into concrete walls. You know, these guys are both veterans of the ring. At the end of the day, it was never going to be a technical contest.
Oh, my God.
This is unreal. The fans that are there at the bar and our concession stand here at the Gate 1 Theatre at the Claremont Showgrounds need to get the hell out of the way.
What is going on? This is absolute chaos here.
These two will stop at nothing and will let no one stand between them and the World Championship. I promise you that.
Well, James Grace trying to do his best to stand in the way of the Maniac as he checked on Scott Steiner.
You've got to do your job. You've got to get in there and make sure that our competitors are okay. We're in an unruly environment. And our cameraman even struggling to get through the absolute mass of people that have shown up to see this historic championship battle.
That's in a packed house here at All Action Wrestling.
Oh, no. Stop. Steiner just went straight to the barricade, man.
Oh, God. And remember, folks, if you want to catch this action live, you can head to aawperth.com for information on upcoming shows. ticketing information. Find us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. But right now,
Heads up.
focusing our attention on Scott Steiner and the Maniac.
Looking for that vintage splash. Unbelievable. Steiner's down. Steiner's down. That might be enough. The big splash from Maniac. 2.
That's a very slow count there from James Grace.
That is the first fall of the match. We will see if it is consistent. Don't make judgments before you have seen the rest of the match, Mitchell.
Oh, and a big low blow. Did you see that? Steiner threw the boot back. James Grace, as if you didn't see that.
Well, I just told you we're going to let things go a little bit here. I want to see a winner. I didn't count out the match when we saw them go to the back. I didn't disqualify anybody when there were chairs thrown, and that was on both men's parts. I want to see a winner. Yes, it was underhanded, but I want to see a champion crowned tonight.
Well, Steiner now going for the boots, going to try and stay on top of Maniac. He's going for that chokehold, and the referee just going to let it happen.
Well, again, leniency is going to be the key here. We've had a night where it's been absolutely chaotic, and it's going to continue that way until we get a clean finish.
Well, Steiner now taking the tie off of James Grace, who seems too preoccupied with what's going on outside the ring as he chokes out the Maniac, and this is only going to fire up the Maniac more.
Well, it'll either fire him out or it'll choke him out. Either way, you know, it could lead to the end. If the Maniac is choked out to seeing stars at this point, he is going to struggle to fight back against the caliber of competitor Scott Steiner. Think about what this guy has done. He has competed against the very best in the world. He has challenged for the WWE Championship on multiple occasions. He is a former WCW World, United States, Tag Team, Television. If there is a gold on the line, then this man has had it around his waist. Him and his brother, one of the most successful tag teams in the history of professional wrestling. It's been unbelievable.
And right now, continuing to choke out and assault the Maniac, who has had, ever since they got back in the ring, really, he's been totally outdone.
Well, we may see a submission. If this one keeps going, Maniac may not have any other choice. You're right, he may not have any other choice but to give it up. Think of what it would mean to Australian wrestling if Scott Steiner comes away with the AAW World Championship here.
Oh, well, it'd be huge, but more than that, we've got to think about Mark Midas' proposition. He said that he's paid enough to Scott Steiner that Steiner may even relinquish that title to Midas for then Midas to choose his own champion. I mean, that's not how wrestling should be working.
It shouldn't be how wrestling is working, and you know what? It wouldn't be new for AEW to have a caliber athlete like Scott Steiner to be our champion. We have had Paul London, we've had Orlando Jordan, we've had Raven, we've had guys like Steve Corino. You know, we've had an amazing array of former AAW World Champions. So for Scott Steiner to win the championship, it would sit within that caliber, but you're absolutely right. The point of difference is we just don't know what Scott Steiner would do with the championship. He seems, for all intents and purposes, to be under the employ of Mark Midas. So for whatever it would mean for Australian wrestling, it may be devastating for AAW.
And as he goes for another low blow, Scott Steiner is absolutely done with Maniac here. I don't know if this guy's getting paid by the hour here, but he's going for that Steiner recliner, and this could finish it.
He's calling for the Steiner recliner. You're right, he's got it locked in. I need to see Wayne the Maniac Mattei say that he quits or to see him tap. It looks like he's almost there.
He's shaking his head. He refuses to give up this title. Means way too much to Maniac to give up like that.
I mean, Steiner can implore me to ring that bell all he likes. I said I would see a finisher, and that's what I want to see. I want to see an end to this contest.
And Midas getting himself involved again, as he should. Grace, fair enough, pushing him away.
Yeah, well, he can kiss my ass as far as I'm concerned. I said that I wanted to see a finish to this match. Mark Midas, I'm certainly not going to be bullied by an ass clown like him. Scott Steiner, I have all the respect in the world for him, but if he wants to be called the AAW World Champion, he's going to have to earn it. He's going to have to beat our champion, Wayne the Maniac Mattei. It's as simple as that.
Well, and as we see a new referee coming in here after James Grace has walked away, and look who that referee is accompanied by.
It's the Kingdom. We said this in previous weeks on AAW TV leading to this match. We wondered what role the Western Kingdom would play in this contest. And, well, we didn't have to wait too long. They're out here now. They're putting a beating on the champion.
And Midas, look at him. He's proud of himself.
Heads up! Heads up! It's the boy click!
It's Spaceman!
It's Spaceman, the Australian sensation. Craven is there too. but they're still at a numbers disadvantage. They're still outnumbered by the Kingdom and by Scott Steiner. It was a quick flurry from Spaceman Jones and Craven there, but it looks like it was for naught.
The numbers game was too much. Steiner now putting the pressure on Maniac, trying to choke him out again. He's going to do the job, Steiner. He's going to take him out, but...
Whoa, hang on. The lights are out. I think this match has been thrown out, but the lights have gone out here as well. We won't get the finish that I wanted, but we may. And still more surprises in store. Who is that on the entranceway? It's the Bullet Click music. The Western Kingdom and Scott Steiner really not sure what to make of what the hell is going on right now.
Bullet Click, all members are there. Like, I don't know who else is still to come. The beatdown continues because they know they don't let these guys up. What's going on?
Hold on.
What is that?
That's the Shark!
The Shark! He's here!
The Shark is out here and he's not alone because he is wielding a baseball bat and he has taken out each and every one single member of the Western Kingdom, including Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner.
Well, the Shark, perhaps he gained the respect of the Bullet Click earlier in his match against Spaceman Jones. He seems to be aligned with the Bullet Click.
This is unbelievable. We talked about the dissension in the Australian dynasty between the Shark and Chris Target. Well, now we may not have answers, but there are more questions. What does this mean for the Australian dynasty, and what does it mean for the Shark?
Well, it can't be good. Mark Midas is not going to be happy with this. His backup plan with Scott Steiner has gone. He's walked away. The Shark has taken away the opportunity for Mark Midas to get that title off the Bullet Click.
Yeah, I mean, we've like you said, we haven't got another finish. It's unfortunate that it's been thrown out, but what a turn of events here. It looks like Wayne The Maniac Mattei, still our world champion. The match had to be thrown out because of the total chaos that ensued. But we've got a new member of the Bullet Click. This is unbelievable. The Shark aligning with Wayne, aligning with Craven, and the rest of the Bullet Click members all around Australia. This is big, big news for AAW, and there are going to be so many stories coming off this.
Absolutely there will be. You see the Bullet Click celebrating inside the ring. We saw Mark Midas. He's frustrated, he's pissed off, but too bad. Bullet Click reigns supreme tonight.
Look at that for a striking visual, a show of solidarity. This packed house here at the Claremont Showgrounds inside the Gate 1 Theatre. They are showing their appreciation for one hell of a match. This has been another unbelievable episode of AAW TV. But what does this mean for the future? This is an unbelievable turn of events. We're going to see it one more time. The Bullet Click together and seemingly with the Shark at their side. It looks like you said, Midas's plans have been thwarted here. And the rest of the locker room better be put on notice.
See, what does it mean for the rest of the locker room? I mean, if Big Papa Pump can't take the championship from Maniac, who will?
Surely the Kingdom are going to have to regroup at this point. The Kingdom are going to have to rethink their plans if Killer wants to regain that championship, or if Mark Midas wants to put one of his seemingly henchmen up in the contendership rankings. We're looking at guys like Seth Kincaid, guys like even the No Limits champion Felix Young. You're right, who's going to be next in line?
And we see there James Grace back in the middle of the ring after he refused to count out before.
We get a pretty cool visual here, almost going backstage. We're running out of time here, but we need to see what the hell is going on. Bullet Click look like they're opening a challenge.
It was meant to be easy, it was meant to be simple. How hard is it, man? I'm not sure anyone the way I wanted it to be called. You couldn't do it. You were pain in my ass, and you, Shark. Mike, what the hell is this? Take him back in. That's right. We're sick of your ass. Yes. December 2nd, it's going to be career versus career. What? You, James Grace, and you, Shocky Man. One of you is getting the hell out of here. I don't care who.
Oh my god, the Shark versus James Grace. Career versus career match has been set up. Mark Midas will have his victory. Tune into AAW TV.